Welcome to lovely Rancho Bernardo. Have you been here before?
I've been to San Diego for sunset sessions 2 years ago, but not to this particular.
Yeah, 2 years ago it was where? At the Four Seasons?
Costa,
La
I wanna
Costa.
say? Yeah.
Yes, La Costa.
Yeah.
Born and raised where?
Near Trenton, New Jersey.
And how did you escape? Is the question.
I live there.
You still live there?
I would not want to escape.
Really?
My part of Jersey, near Trenton, just very, industrial, blue collar. I live across the bridge in Pennsylvania, but I do play a lot at the Jersey Shore scene, but up more north of where the show takes place, and that's just where I play up near where Bruce Bon Jovi, that area where
Stone
Southside
Pony.
Johnny, exactly.
Stone Pony.
Yeah, so it's a great music scene. I mean, even when I toured, I did a tour opening for Blues Traveler. I toured all over the place, and it just really puts it in perspective what a great music scene, like a community that we have.
So you're saying it's pretty cheap to live in, I would imagine.
It's cheap to live in. I got the Jersey Shore music scene. I got if I go up to Manhattan, I'm literally like an hour and 10 minutes drive. I can play in Atlantic City, play in Manhattan.
See, that's why we live here, because LA is about 2 hours away, but we don't have to deal with the
right. Yeah, exactly. It's beautiful.
So you have toured a lot then.
I haven't toured extensive. I did a national tour opening for Blues Traveler with my last CD. I also went to Japan because I was on a different label over there, and I toured to promote that with that label. That was a CD called Paint Your Dreams, and now my new CD is dropping on March 9th.
I mean, are people going to be?
It's going to be distributed all through like FYE, physical music stores, iTunes. On my website, it'll officially be out. Actually, it's in the grab bags here at Sunset Sessions, so there are copies out, but it's officially out on March 9th.
Out. It's very difficult, I know, for some artists to actually let the thing out of their grasp. They keep wanting to go, oh, no, I need to tweak that.
We did all that. I did that.
Was it a hard time letting it go?
I think I let it go at the right time, but it's always hard to let it out of the nest. Obviously, you start something 9 months prior, and by the time you get to the end of it, you realize you would have done this and that. And we did go back and do some things like that. We started performing the songs live. We went back and changed the endings to make them more like the live endings.
Interesting. So when you worked the songs in live, was any other things breathed into them or breathed into them?
We actually redid a whole entire. We actually redid the single from scratch. We started performing it. I produced it. I produced the song, and we ended up performing it live and including on a couple TV shows.
Right.
Just loved the way it turned out. It was a little more simplistic. Went back and kind of did a hybrid of it. Changed the key, brought it down.
Wow, even changed the key of it. How much of a key change?
Just one step.
One step?
This was more relaxed. It was just right, It kind of fit.
Interesting.
This was my first venture in producing my CD, so it was like a new art form that I definitely felt like I was ready for. I'm really happy with the way everything turned out. But there was a couple things like trial and error. I could have left and said, "Oh, I'll fix that next time." I didn't want to do that. I went back and did it this time.
You are a perfectionist.
So, pretty much so, but not to the point of sterilizing it. I won't squeeze the soul out of anything. I left a lot of crazy, little things.
But that's also perfection, is leaving the soul in there.
No one to quit, right?
Well, no, it's like there's so many artists out there that they'll leave it up to the producer, and then the producer strips all the soul out of it, and then they wonder what happened to the song.
Done that a lot, yeah. This was my first time that they actually let me run with it.
I've talked to many artists that are always that last second when it finally goes out the door and it's gone, and they realize that they can't touch it anymore. They have like a week-long nervous breakdown where
I was so happy to let it go.
Were you?
I cannot tell you how happy I was. Yeah, I did. I did all I could do, and I'm happy with it. I actually wrote another song because it seems like whenever I get done my CD, that's when I start writing. My manager has to say, "Please don't write anymore." I said, "Please don't say that to me," because the last time you said that to me, I ended up getting like a creative block, which I never get, for like 6 months because I kept writing more. He's like, "Here, let me just play it for you. You're gonna love it. You're gonna want to record it." He's like, "I do love it. Now don't write anymore." So I had to keep going back and recording.
But with technology today, in essence, you can take your laptop, you can do whatever. You can basically keep doing that on a constant basis.
Yeah.
Writing songs, recording them, so at least you're not going to lose the essence of
yeah, sometimes it's good to catch them when they're fresh, freeze, pack them quick,
yes,
get them on there quick.
Especially because you got to keep the soul in there.
Yeah,
you got to know how you got to know how you attack that riff the first time.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Otherwise, it's like, how did it go again? And you kind of miss the accent.
Snapshot. That's so insightful. That's very
true. Well,
I
I just watched you do it where you're just playing that riff right there. It was like you knew what you were doing, as opposed to here's the authenticated, perfect version of it. It's like you actually were attacking it, which is good to know. So plans of being on the road for a while? I mean, obviously Blues Traveler thing. How long ago was that?
That was the last CD, so that was about a year ago. John Popper actually recorded a duet on here with me. We became good friends, and the new plan is to do a radio promo tour first, and that'll probably do solo.
You've done those before, radio promo tours?
Not strictly. I mean, on my last tour, we had, we worked in a lot of TV shows, college radio, some AAA radio, and I've done little mini tours, that stem from even coming here last time.
Just
down
acoustic,
south.
solo acoustic?
Yeah, and I'm going to do that again, and then I'm going to do a tour with a band, 4 or 5 piece. Opening for, we're working with some negotiating right now to get that all in place. So it'll be opening for a big name
big name somebody or other.
Yeah, and that'll be a national tour.
Is it hard for you to walk? I mean, obviously with Blues Traveler, their fans are rabid. Is there something you figured out after the first couple of dates of how to suck them all in?
The only thing you can ever do is when you find your calling and it's music, you go out and you do what you do. Because you can never be the best at what somebody else does, but nobody else can ever be the best at what you do. So you just do it.
Very, very, very good words. Anyway, congratulations. Thanks for talking to us.
The new CD is called Blue Room with a Red Vase, and you can check it out on lisabouchelle.com.
Is it vase?
Yeah.
Or vase?
We pronounce it vase.
In Jersey, it's vase?
No, just my CD. That's what I named it.
Okay. For somebody, it's always a vase, but I don't know. It's just because I'm from another spot in the world. But wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right. We'll talk later.
Great.